his volunteers have until the end of August to gather those signatures. And if you think you're alone, or we're alone rather, when it comes to the controversy surrounding the new stadiums, guess again. Just up the road in Cleveland, it was the same story not too long ago. But their new stadium is proof if you build it, they will come. Playing to a sellout crowd is nothing new to the Cleveland Indians. Some attribute that to their first-place status. Others argue it's because of their new stadium. Many thought Jacobs Field was a field of dreams. That was until a sin tax referendum passed by a slight margin.
It took us about 8 years to put that whole thing together, and there were some ups and downs, and there was controversy, and there was discussion. You lose the Reds, you lose the Bengals, and Cincinnati is no longer on the list of major league cities.
Jacobs Field has it all. Luxury boxes, outdoor picnic areas, even a kid's playground. The only thing it doesn't have is a bad seat. It's also been an economic boost to the city, and the fans that come here say it's worth the trip.
I've seen Cincinnati Outdoor Stadium before. It's a beautiful stadium, but this is like state of the art right here.
Came up from Cincinnati to Cleveland. How many people are going to come from around the area? Indianapolis, Lexington, Louisville, all around.
And those here say before you say no to a new stadium in Cincinnati, you should check out Jacobs Field.
I think those people who believe the Reds need a new facility will just look at us and say, if it can happen in Cleveland, it can happen here.
And Jacobs Field is so popular, they only have 60,000 tickets left for the rest of the season. A 2-year-old girl on her way home from Kings Island fell out of her parents' motor home while it was going 55 miles an hour. Apparently, Jordan Davis was changing seats with someone when she fell out of the window onto Interstate 75. Davis is now in serious condition. Rescue crews took a man to the hospital by helicopter after he was involved in this accident in Springdale. It happened on eastbound 275 when a van hit the median. The driver of the van is now in stable condition. An elderly man is dead after he was in a car accident in Gulf Manor. It happened here on Lasantisville and Cedarbrook Avenue. Apparently, the driver went through the intersection and hit a tree. Rescue crews took the man to the hospital where he later died. The EPA is checking into a fire which gutted an auto parts store in Fairfield. When crews arrived at this building last night, it was completely engulfed. Today, crews still watering down the hot spots, but it's the environment that has the fire chief worried.
Right now, we're dealing with the environmental issues with the runoff of the motor oils, the antifreeze, and a lot of the automotive components.
The Ohio EPA says the site did not contaminate local storm drains, but they will continue to check for damage. In the meantime, a special environmental crew is cleaning up the mess. The continuing crisis in Bosnia has prompted a meeting of top United Nations officials in Geneva. Secretary General Boutros Ghali is heading a meeting to discuss what is being called an extremely grave situation. A true test of faith for a Russian Orthodox priest after being carjacked and left for dead. The priest was abducted from his home in Philadelphia and then taken to New Jersey, where he was then shot in the back and left for dead. Police have arrested 3 people. Russian cosmonauts aboard the space station Mir are accusing American astronaut Norman Thegert of being a whiner. Thegert reportedly complained about the food, his inability to keep up on world news, and his loneliness. A true moment to remember for the newest United States citizens. 63 immigrants from 33 nations were sworn in by the Commissioner of the Immigration and Naturalization Services. Everyone wants to lose a little weight, but anyone who's tried it knows taking off the pounds is tough. A little later, we'll tell you about a new combination of drugs which could change all that. But first,
are the streets in South Fairmount safe? I'm Shelley Whitehead. I'll have the story next on the 10 o'clock news.